Hey everyone, so I have wanted to jump on here and share a bit about my testimony with you guys. And I have been sitting here trying to wrap my head around all that I want to say because obviously we could talk for days about our own lives, but I want to hit those important points. Um, so, to give an overall draft, I really dealt with fear. Fear was my number one thing from the moment I was born. I was very fortunate to have the mother that I had, a nurturing mother. She was young when she had me. I was unplanned. I didn't have a present father figure growing up. And, the enemy was able to really put me in my box and stop me from living, trying, being, exploring. One specific instance of this is, seeing my mom. My mom didn't have fear. She doesn't have fear. She has been bold since the day I was born. She's been resilient. She's conquered a lot. And, watching that and seeing how others would treat her because of that really caused me to even further, go into my shell and be afraid to try or just be. So it wasn't until my early 30s that I really understood that I had the root of fear, and went on a journey to dealing with that, to identifying the fear, identifying my pain, seeing that my entire life and all of its choices and how my life had gone was due to the fear, the root of fear in my life. And that is why I chose into the college that I went to, the boyfriend that I had, the first husband that I had. The only thing that I would say in my early adult life that wasn't out of fear was the decision to become a mother, and that was from day one of trying, me surrendering my children to the Lord, my future children at that point, saying, these children are your children, who whatever you give me is, they will be raised for you. And God has blessed me with 2 boys so far. But, all of the other decisions, I was really trapped by fear. I didn't drive until my 30s. I really isolated myself. I didn't attempt to, ever go after anything really other than becoming a mother, because that made sense to me, that was safe enough for me at the time. And in my early 30s, after the 50 millionth time of depression and anxiety, and truly just barely living, just taking care of my kids, and that's it. Really overweight, really unhealthy, really unhappy, in a, a toxic marriage, isolated from all family and friends that I had because we were 3 hours away from anybody. I was seeking the Lord, and He rescued me. He actually put the song, Lauren Daigle song, in my mind, and to this day, I am so thankful that He rescued me. And from then on, I had to surrender my life. I had to be willing to let everything crumble. Up until that point, divorce wasn't an option. I thought, I'm in this forever, until the Lord showed me, that I wasn't living and that it wasn't His will for me to be doing life like that. Um, and I felt released. But with that, my entire life had to be reorganized. Everything was came up and was hard. And I had to live off family members and walk through a million different mental processes of what I'm going to do and why I'm doing it. And I began my healing journey, and I was willing to do it. And that brings me into what I desire now, knowing my calling, knowing what I've gone through, and knowing what the Lord is doing, which is rescuing His children and setting them free. We have purpose here. We're not meant to just survive and live in survival mode and just float on through until we die or He comes to get us. We have things to do, and I want to be able to help you in your life and reaching the freedom that I've reached. He has completely transformed everything, from what it was to me now actually living. I'm now living on my own. I am remarried to an amazing man who treats me very wonderfully and meets my heart's needs. I have learned boundaries with people. I do not make decisions out of fear. I have dealt with my past trauma, and now I am able to even better equip my children to grow and be the warriors that they are supposed to be. In another video, I would love to share with you more about my marriage to my husband, who is Ugandan, born and raised, still there, and share a bit about his ministry and what the Lord has done for both he and I. So I'm really glad you're here. Thank you for hopping on, and I look forward to getting to know you guys, and taking you on more of my journey. Love you guys.